Welcome back to the world of Rod's Tabletop Hoops. We've got just under 10 minutes to play in this NCAA contest between a couple of Final Four teams from 1983. We've got the Louisville Cardinals, who are totally outplaying the Georgia Bulldogs of 1983. It is 41-26 with just under 10 minutes to play in this game. Rodney McCray has been the star of the game for Louisville up to this point. He has 15 points and 16 rebounds, and it just doesn't appear that Georgia wants to be able to hit the broadside of the barn with a shot. So they are currently at 26% from the floor, and they barely reached 16 points or so at the half. The score at halftime was 27-16. So it's just been rough going for Georgia. They're not taking a ton of shots, and they're not making a lot of shots. So Louisville's going to just try to hold on to this game. I have taken a couple players out for this final stretch. Jeff Hall is reported in for Louisville for the first time, replacing Lancaster Gordon. And I've taken out Charles Jones and put in Billy Thompson, a young freshman, as well. For the Georgia Bulldogs, I have removed one of their starting guards, Crosby, and put in Derek Floyd for the first time. And I'm just hoping this lineup will score a few points to gain some respectability. They averaged over 50 points a game. They only have 26. So let's see how it goes. They have the ball, and here's the power forward. James Banks. Offense. And you roll that, and you get a 6-2-pointer for James Banks. And is there an assist? Shooting guard 1? I'm sure there is. Derek Floyd comes off the bench to register an assist. All right. Back to the Louisville Cardinals, playing really well. They've just led from the outset of this game. Looks like point guard's going to get the call. It's Jeff Hall. And an offensive card. Let's see what happens. That's a 10, no good by Hall. Little cold coming off the bench. Rebound offensive power forward. Battles the defensive power forward. And it looks like offensive power forward 13 for McCray. Defense is just 8, so I need a 5 with 1 die. Nope. Rodney McCray scooping up the rebounds. Doing a fantastic job. He grabs that rebound, and he's going right back up. 7 scores, Rodney McCray. Kind of get there mixed up with Scooter McCray once in a while because they're right there on the same front line, the brothers, playing really well. So that makes the score 43-28. Oh, I've actually got 28 for Georgia on that one. Okay. Score is now correct. Small forward. That's Lamar Hurd. Defender's card is Billy. That's a foul-prone column right there. 11. But a steal by Thompson from Hurd. Steal by Thompson. Game being played with CB2K by Andy Vecellio. This game's flowing really fast. I can play this game very quickly. And here goes Billy going all the way. 10. He scores! Billy Thompson. Slam dunk. 45-28. You just see how the game flows just like that. Center. Terry Fair. Offense. Fair gets a 10. He draws the foul. I'll do the random foul thing. It will be the defender because it's a 6. Scooter McCray. Just 2 on Scooter, but 2 shots for Terry. Not a great foul shooter, but he makes the first. 2 to 7 and 10. Makes them both. Terry Fair got off to a slow start, and he has recovered to have 11 points, and he actually leads the team in scoring right now. So 45-30. Ball goes back to the shooting guard, Milt Wagner. Steady Milt. He's in double digits. 2 or better on offense. He's a 5. That's pretty easy. And a 9. No good by Milt. Rebound, going to be the high offensive rebounder versus the high defensive rebounder. High offensive rebounder at power forward, 13 for McCray. High defense. There's defensive small forward, 22. Looks like Lamar Hurd's going to grab that rebound. Hurd's done very little up to this point. Ball goes to the power forward, James Banks. Defender, Rodney McCray, 11, pass. Passes into Terry Fair. Team defense. I've kind of got a doctored 3 block shot card, and I think I over-doctored it. I'm in double-digit block shots already. With a team defense of a 7, that's another pass. Power forward, James Banks. Offense for Banks. Like most of the Bulldogs, a slow start, but a basket right here. James Banks. You shoot enough, you're going to get a basket. James Banks now with 12 on 6 for 15 from the floor. Assist would be point guard 8, Vern Fleming, who has had a really tough night for the Georgia, gets an assist. So it's 45-32. Small forward, Billy. 3 or better, he gets to use offense. He's just a 2. So we're going to keep the ball and pass it over to Rodney McCray. Offensive Rodney McCray having a solid day. Misfires. Rebound this time. Offensive center. It's Scooter's now playing center with only an 8. Defensive point guard, though. So it's Vern Fleming, and he does have a 14. So Fleming grabs the board. Down court to the power forward, James Banks. Trying to cut into that lead. Offense, Banks scores! Big hoop by Banks. 3 for his last 3. And it's now 45-34. At least looks respectable at the moment. Assisted by Derek Floyd. All right, 45-34. Point guard, Jeff Hall. See, minimal card turning, too. It's pretty amazing. Team defense. And that's an 11. I gave that a block number, I believe. An 11 block number for Georgia. That's Terry Fair with a block shot on Hall. Either way, it's a missed shot, so it's not going to make any difference. It just adds to the stats, since CB2K does not have a block shot portion of their cards or anywhere in the game. So, rebound defensive power forward, and James Banks is playing big right now. Trying to cut into that lead again. Power forward. Banks. Team defender is going to be Louisville. And that's a 7. That's going to be a pass to the center, Terry Fair. Fair's defender is Scooter McCray. 11, foul on Scooter, and that's 3 on Scoot. So team foul-wise, that's 5 team fouls. 7 team fouls will be penalties, so non-shooter there. Started up with Lamar Hurd. Average about 7 a game. He's not a big scorer, but he does all the little things. 11 draws the foul. And who is that on? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeff Hall. We'll get the 6th team foul for Louisville. But we're going to have 2 shots for Hurd anyway. And Hurd's not a great foul shooter. Gets the first. Makes them both. Big free throws for Hurd. And it's 45-36. It's down to 9. Small forward Billy. Offensive column. That's a 9. He draws the foul. Who's that going to be on? That's a 5. Derek Floyd. So Billy's going to get a couple free throws. Not a great foul shooter either, but he makes the first. 2 to 7 and 10. 10, he makes them both. Billy Thompson. Billy ended up playing with the Lakers at the NBA. And there's 2 free throws. Score is now 47-36. Power forward. James Banks. Offensively, he's been hot. Does he stay hot? 3, turnover, James Banks. A lot of turnovers this half. It's right now at 11 for Louisville and 12 for Georgia. Ball goes to the point guard, Jeff Hall, trying to see what he can do, team defense. And that is a 4. It is a pass. And so he will pass. Jeff Hall's one of the few that does not have a pass on the three-point shot. So anyway, it's going to be a pass to the shooting guard, Milt. Offense. Milt scores. Milt Wagner. Fine basketball player. 49-36. Assisted by power forward if he's got at least a 2. And power forward, Rodney McCray. And that works. We're down to almost 5 minutes left here. We got a center, Terry Fair. Defense of Scooter. That's a 5. That's a pass. Point guard Vern. Defense of Hall. That's a 5. Pass. Power forward Banks. They're moving that ball around. No shot clock. Offense for Banks. 11. No good. And the rebound's going to be the offensive center with 1 die. He's got a 9. And the defensive center has a 9. So it looks like offensive rebound for Fair. Automatically, they could really use this put-back bucket. And he's good. Terry Fair puts it in. Just staying reasonably close, 49-38. And we're right around the 5-minute mark. I will check for some substitutions. All right, Lancaster Gordon's going to return to the guard slot. And he will be the point guard, actually, with his 1-9 assist rating. Milt Wagner's actually going to play a little bit of small forward. I took out Billy Thompson, streaky freshman with a little foul prone. So let's see what happens here with just under 5 minutes to play. You can see how quickly that 5 minutes went with this little deck of 100 FACs for CB2K. And here we go. Shooting guard. It's now Jeff Hall. Offensive Hall. That's a 3. He draws the foul. Who's that going to be on? And that's on 5. And it's going to be on Derek Floyd. And that is 16 fouls, but Hall's going to get 2 shots. He's free throw 2 to 7. He didn't shoot too many on the year. Misses the first and makes the second. First point for Hall. And it's 49-39. Point guard's going to get the ball. Vern Fleming. Offense for Vern. Drills it. Vern Fleming. His first field goal of the half. Really struggled in this game. 49-41, believe it or not. It's actually down to it. Oh. Did I do that right? No, it's actually 50. By my count, it's 50-40. So, anyway, got to verify it once in a while. Assist center 8. No, it is Louisville's ball, and that's 2 for Fleming. I just wanted to check on what his scoring numbers were today. He is 3 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the line, only 7 points, having played almost, I think, the entire game. 5 rebounds and 2 steals. So it's been a subpar performance. Terry Fair has 13 points on 4 for 9, as this team is now shooting 33%. Louisville's just shooting 38%, so they got to get it going if they want to pull off this win. Shooting guard, Jeff Hall. Offense. That's a 7. Good. Jeff Hall drills it. 52-40. This is small forward 6. Yes. Wagner. Ball goes to the shooting guard, Derek Floyd. His offensive column. And that's an 8. He draws the 2-shot foul. That foul's going to be on his defender, Jeff Hall. And that is the 7th team foul, but it's a 2-shot foul anyway for Derek Floyd. 8 good. Good. Floyd makes them both. And it's 52-42. Small forward. Milt Wagner playing the small forward slot. Team defense. And that's a 9. That's a missed shot for Milt. Rebound, offensive center, Scooter. Scooter's going to go up, see what he can do on the putback. That's an 11. Assist, Scooter McCray. Basket goes to 1. Rodney McCray. Nice pass by Scooter. Scooter has just 6 points. He has 3 assists and 5 boards, but Rodney McCray, 19 points, 17 boards. He can't hit he hit 3 or 4 free throws, 8 of 11 from the floor. So he hasn't done anything truly that wrong today. So here we go. 12-point lead. Small forward, Lamar Hurd. Offense. That's a 3. Assist, Lamar Hurd. Good dishing by Lamar. 54-44. Is it too little, too late? Basket goes to, I'm going to call it a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Derek Floyd coming off the bench for a couple assists and 4 points. 54-44 center. Scoot. Offensive card. Scooter hasn't been an offensive entity today. He misses again. Rebound. Offensive power forward plus 1 die. He's a 13 at power forward. Defensive power forward is less than that. So McCray is going to snag another board. He's just dominating the rebounds. Rodney's going up. And it's an 8. No good. Still just shooting 38%. Rebound, defensive small forward, Lamar Hurd. Point guard gets the ball to Vern. Defensive card is Gordon. That's a pass. Probably a good thing. Shooting guard, Floyd. Offensive card for Floyd. 9, no good. Rebound. Offensive power forward versus defensive power small forward. So offensive power, and he's got a 6. Defensive small has a 5. So looks like James Banks. They haven't been grabbing too many offensive boards. But Banks has got it. He's going to go up. Scores! James Banks. Keeping it within double digits, but we're running out of time here. Point guard. Lancaster, Gordon. Defender is Fleming. That's a foul on Fleming. And that is his 4th. And that is the 3-7. So Gordon's going to get a 1-and-1 situation. And he makes the 1st. Earns the 2nd. 11 makes them both. Lancaster, Gordon. Played a little bit with the Clippers. Back to double digits on the lead. Center Terry Fair. Defender Scooter McCray. Pass. Small forward. Defender Milt Wagner. 7. Pass. They can't get a shot off. Shooting guard, Derek Floyd. Team defense. That's an 8. And that is a pass as well. Small forward Hurd. They got to get a shot off. Offense. 8. Misfires. Well, they got a shot off. But that took way too long for them to try and come back from. Offensive small forward versus defensive small forward. So we got an 8 and a 5. I need a 3 with 1 die for Milt, and I get it. Wagner on the boards. Shooting guard, Jeff Hall. Team defense, 10, miss. Hall misfires. Rebound, shooter versus defender. Offensive guard 2, Derek Floyd has a 10. So Floyd's going to board it. Small forward. Back to Lamar Hurt. Team defense. And that's a 9. And I gave an arbitrary block on that to Charles Jones, but he's not in the game, so it's just a missed shot for Lamar Hurt. Rebound, offensive point guard. And it's Fleming, who's pretty good. 5. Defensive point guard, 2 dice. Well, he's already got an 8. Lancaster Gordon, a good defensive rebounder. Louisville with the ball. Rodney McCray. Defenders Banks. That's a 7. Steal. Turnover McCray. Banks with the steal. It's the 7th steal for Georgia. And Banks is just going to go coast to coast. 5, no good. He made a few field goals, but at least 4 field goals in a row before that shot. Rebound, Banks. Offensive power forward, auto rebound. Banks going to try it again. 6. He scores. James Banks leading the way for Georgia. 56-48. Yep, verified. And James Banks now has 18 points on 9 for 20 from the floor. Power forward. McCray, they're trying to run this clock out. McCray defense of Banks. That's a 2. Steal! Turnover McCray again. Rodney, that is. And Banks with another swipe. Trying to bring the team back by himself. Coast to coast. That's a 6. He scores! James Banks puts the ball in. It's 56-50 with limited cards left. Center McCray. Defensive fair. They need another steal. And they get it. Turnover Scooter. Steal by Fair. Now Fair's going to take it coast to coast. 9. Turnover by Terry Fair. Might have been the nail in the coffin. Shooting guard, Jeff Hall. Team defense. That's a 10. And that's a missed shot by Hall. Hall has just not lit it up since he's been in here. Rebounded by Fair. They just were going for desperate measures. And they got the rebound to the small forward. Hurd's going to try some defense of the Louisville Cardinals. That's a 12. I think that's a team block I made for Louisville. So just roll one die. That's a 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll give Terry Fair another block. Well, let's give it to someone who isn't in the block ranges here. I'm going to give it to, it's either be Banks or Hurd, Floyd, or Fleming. So let's just go with a 4-sided die on that. 1, 2, 3. I'll give the block to Flem. Rebound. Off to defensive small forward gets 2 dice. And unless I roll a 2, Milt Wagner's going to grab this rebound. Milt grabs that rebound. Yeah, I have 11 blocks for Louisville. They did average over 7, I think. What did I say? They averaged 7.0 on the nose. So they've got the ball. Point guard, Gordon. Offensive card, 8. Scores! Lancaster, Gordon. This team usually scores in the 70s. It's been kind of a slugfest, though. Now assist, power forward. Banks, keeping him from not getting at least, that's 58. Defender is McCray, small forward. Hurd, offense for Hurd at the buzzer. 3, assist, Hurd. He made some key assists in this game, but it was too little too late. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Vern Fleming on the basket. But it's not enough. The final score. The home team, Georgia, falls 58-52 to Louisville, despite outscoring Louisville in that second half, 36-31. And the leading scorer and MVP of the game is going to be Rodney McCray for Louisville. 19 points, 18 rebounds, 8 of 12 from the field. Louisville just ended up at 38% from the floor. Made 12 of 14 free throws for 86%. They also got 14 points from Milt, Wagner, and 10 from Lancaster, Gordon. No other huge stats. Wagner did pull down 8 rebounds, but there was a lot of misses to be had when your team shoots just 21 of 57 for 37%. Actually, both teams rounded to 37 and 38%, so that wasn't as big a factor. Banks ended up 10 for 21 for 20 points. He had 9 rebounds. Terry Fair had a terrible first half. Came back with 13 total points and 8 rebounds. Vern Fleming, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, an off game for him. And a bad first half doomed the Georgia Bulldogs. So there you have it, CB2K basketball. That you can tell that game, that 10 minutes of play did not take a serious amount of time. And this game flows really smoothly. I only have the final 4 teams, though, so if I want to play in the future, I might have to acquire something like another conference or a couple more Final Fours, or they have a couple Olympic series from 1992, 96, those type of things. That'd probably be my next project with CB2K, which runs pretty well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day, everyone. This has been Rod at Rod's Tabletop Hoops. So long.